Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in again. I know it's been a while since I've done anything on the channel, and just want to say sorry about that. I just started a new job, so your boy works for Accurate now, so maybe my parts could be coming a little quicker. But yeah. So I haven't really had time to actually install anything or do anything. But today I do have some parts to get this motor installed smoother in the future. So I have my upper coolant thermostat housing. All part numbers will be listed. This is from a 04 TSX, which is what I have the upper thermostat housing from. This is basically because on my motor I have the EGR, so I kind of want to delete it. That's why I got this one and the gasket for it. I have my oil pressure switch, which I hope that this is the right one, because the one that came on the motor is broken off, so I can't really tell if the end part is what it's supposed to be, but hopefully. And then I got some Honda bolts for my CRV post mount that I'm going to be installing first. So let's get to it. So here's the motor. The first thing that I started this swap like 2 years ago, on and off, like taking it serious, not taking it serious, buying parts slowly. But this is the first thing that I bought. This part number is for the CRV bracket for the K24 to work with my Hasport mount kit. So on the instructions, they tell you to get these part number bolts, and they tell you it's a 10 by 85. But I noticed when I was installing the 85 bolts that they were too long, so I went and got 10 by 75, and I'm gonna try these out. So hopefully it works. So I'm gonna just start getting to it now. I already have the old bracket off already, and I'm gonna see if it works now. So right here, I'm gonna start with the first bolt to go in. Just gonna thread it in by hand, and then the head is a 14 millimeter. Throw the first one in. Then actually I'm gonna just time lapse the rest. So this is what the CRV post mount looks like with the 10 by 75 bolts. Everything sits flush. I got to sit in nice and finger tight, just because I might have to remove them in the future. But this auto tensioner I'm gonna change with the K-tuned one, just so I can run that AC power steering delete. So far so good on that. That was a win. So now onto this is what I was talking about earlier about the oil pressure switch. So I'm gonna try to take that off now. So what I did to take this off was I used an adjustable wrench. And I just set it, and I just obviously I rotated it. So just to match them up, this is from the 05 Accord one. And I got this one from a 04 TSX. So I do notice the little difference between the threadings, but I'm not sure if that makes a difference because if it's in the packaging. But we're about to see right now. Nope, did not make a difference. It was smooth going in and out. One does seem a little these seem a lot longer. I'll get the shape, baby. Yeah, I know. I still have to clean the rest, this side of the motor and stuff. So I only did half of it. I didn't even spray the other half. But yeah, that's the oil pressure switch. Probably gonna get it down a little bit more tighter with the adjustable, just because I don't have the socket for it. But so far everything it's been 2 for 2. And last but not least is gonna be installing the upper coolant housing for this motor. Just in the case that you guys want to do this swap as well in the future, and you want to change to the upper housing, there's 5 volts. There's one here, there's one right here under this bracket, then there's a nut right here, then underneath the motor is one right here, yeah, right here. And then another one on this side right here, right? So then from there, it should just like, you know, pry out. So one thing I learned that while I was doing this, right, that this water pump pipe was in the way. So I had to disconnect this 12 millimeter from the back of the block right here, right? It goes in right there. So you can actually move this around. And then there was like a little piece of the harness that it connects to the harness, is like a solenoid right here, and it clips on to right there to another 12. After that, you know, you're home selling and you can take it off and then you can swap it over. So here's the TSX one, and then here's the 05 Accord one. So they're both the same. They both have the same gasket. They use the same gasket and everything. It's funny because K24 sells this alone for $100. When I went to a junkyard and picked it up for a fraction of the price, you know, so I just saved myself $100 in the build for the same exact thing that I could have gotten from a different place. Like, yeah, the K24 one is nicer, which I will be upgrading to in the future, but for now, to save me a couple bucks, this right here is what I'm going to be doing to save myself some money. I do have the new gasket. I just wanted to test fit everything to see if it fits. So it definitely does, and I'm definitely going to be running this. But my battery life is dying, guys, and unfortunately this is where I'm going to stop here. So thank you so much for subscribing to me and holding off on content. I'm so sorry on that. I'm gonna promise you guys that I will be doing a little bit more uploads. It is winter, so it is colder, but that's not an excuse. I'm still gonna grind out this build. So thank you guys so much. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you think.